Hi, I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and I've got one of those questions that someone's asked me. Here we go. Ready? Would it be a bad idea to be upfront about this is the question, what am I getting paid in a job interview? So they want to know whether they should disclose what their current earnings are. Now, to be clear, you generally have two choices. You don't disclose is the advice many coaches give. And the issue becomes that for many salary levels, your choice becomes disclose, or if you don't, the interview is over. So the advice normally is don't disclose because you get boxed into a number and a range, and their expectations are going to be lower of you. On the other hand, like I said, if you don't disclose, often firms say, tell us or else this interview is about to end. So you become stuck. And that power differential that firms can exercise, becomes, heavily weighted on their side. So what I would say is, if you do choose to disclose, as frankly for most of you I think you should, the response has to be, and now that I've said that, what's the salary range for this position? Now, if they choose not to disclose, then you pause for a second and say, so let me get this right. I've told you what I'm earning, but you're not prepared to tell me what this position is prepared to pay? I understand that there's a range for the role, and I may not be qualified for the top number, but what's the issue with disclosing what the range is for the job? And just at that point, be quiet. Let them squirm. Because at the end of the day, you've learned something about this firm from their behavior. And that's real important because most individuals make the mistake of not paying attention to signals that employers give. After all, if this person, who's probably an HR individual, is unwilling to disclose, this is suggesting a command and control culture that you may or may not want to be involved with. And frankly, for me personally, I don't like being involved with command and control cultures. It's top-down management where you're expected to execute a task and you're not expected to think or offer ideas. That's not my idea of a particularly attractive environment. Maybe it's yours, but it's not mine. But if they're willing to disclose, you've learned something about them that I think is very human and I think very natural. So you've met them and you're looking for them to meet you. That's fair. Now, at the end of the day, like I said, you may be in a situation where you're not qualified for the range. So just picking numbers arbitrarily, the range may be 135 to 150 plus bonus. So understand they could pay you 135, they could pay you 150, and there's a whole host of numbers in the middle that you might wind up being qualified for. When all is said and done, not disclosing carries risk. Disclosing really doesn't, because firms are going to box you in anyway. So better to make it easy and trade information with them. And like I said, if they don't want to trade, you've learned something really valuable. I'm Jeff Altman. Hope you found this helpful. Come over to thebiggamehunter.us. Go exploring. There's a lot of stuff there that you can watch, listen to, or read to help you find work more quickly. Also want to mention, if we're not connected on LinkedIn, send a connection request at linkedin.com/IN/thebiggamehunter. I accept connection requests from people worldwide, except if you're a third-party recruiter or look like a spammer or scammer to me. Let's just leave it there. I'm Jeff Altman. Have a great day.